Dale, we're back at this place. I think it's the third time I've been here. How's the progress going?
It's going very well. We've had a couple little things to deal with, but nothing too bad, and we're in the framing now, so it's going pretty good.
This is an amazing piece of property. What all are they building here?
We've got the main house here to the left. Over where you're looking right now is an additional building, a barn over there. So.
All right, so tell me about this lot. It's a beautiful piece of property. What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome to get this thing developed to where it is now?
The biggest thing was the access. Years ago, before the current owners bought this, they had an access on a different part of the property. And at some point in time, the previous owners did a deal and made an access in between two properties. And it made it very tight at the top. So our biggest challenge so far has been able to get big trucks in here.
Yeah, when you bring in those beautiful trusses, those need a little extra room, don't they?
They do indeed.
And the concrete truck.
And we're kind of locked in here too, so even our utility access was a little bit of a challenge, but they did at least plan ahead on that. We had some lines run through where we just had to pull wire through. So.
And so is this an owner build or is this a turnkey situation?
This is an owner build.
So tell me how the owner build program works with a very large and beautiful place like this.
Yeah, you know, it works the same as a small one. So just a little bigger area, obviously, more square footage, but the same process. Nothing gets more complicated. So they're Nate and Callie are doing a great job handling the build process. And
so what's the general difference for somebody who might not have seen one of our videos yet? What's the basic difference between the owner build program at HomeRights and the turnkey solution?
Well, the owner build, you're more hands-on, you're making decisions, you basically are the general contractor. Mm-hmm. And so you're in charge of the scheduling, you're in charge of quality control along with our help, and different other things. You know, obviously the areas that they don't have expertise, then that's when we really come in and give them guidance and help and all those things. Mm-hmm. So during this process, HomeRights becomes more of a consultant, but we're here and we're never more than a phone call away. So when there's any questions, we help dealing with the subs, we help dealing with the city. So
sure, yeah, I find that interesting. So whether it's a $700,000 single family home or I don't know what the value is in this, but you know, a $2 million home, the process is the same.
That's correct.
And obviously,
it really is.
The higher the value, the more money, the more savings potential there is for somebody to save a lot of money.
That's right.
So in a case like this, how much money could they possibly be saving when you're talking about an owner build? There is no general contractor to pay a markup or a commission to. You are the contractor.
They could be saving as much as $250,000 by using us in this project.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. So. And what are the basic responsibilities as an owner builder?
Well, first of all, they do deal with the city, so they call in inspections. They've set up an account with the city and for permitting and all that stuff. So they put together all that information and submitted it. They are contacting the subcontractors and choosing their own subs, meeting them out here and, you know, getting a feel for who those people are as individuals as well as a company. And so they're in charge of all of that. They are in charge of scheduling and putting together all these things and forecasting out.
But one of the tools you offer is the Toolkit. Tell us a little bit about what that is and what it includes.
Yeah, so that's huge because we've got vetted subcontractors that we lay out before them that they can choose from. If they happen to know somebody that they know is reliable and they have friends that have used them before, then they're more than welcome to use those guys for any process that's going to happen during this. But the biggest thing is we've got contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers that we use year in and year out that give our clients really good quality work.
And you have a relationship with all these subcontractors. You have some leverage with them, but it's an ongoing give and take business relationship.
absolutely.
So it's not a one-time deal with the subcontractors like it would be if I was just building this home by myself for the first time. I only need a plumber once every 20 or 30 years.
Right.
But you're providing these guys business on an ongoing basis.
That's correct.
So if this was a turnkey situation, just give us a quick definition of how that might differ.
Well, I would be hiring all the subs as a representative for home rights. I would be the one turning in the permit information and pulling the permits. I would be in charge of quality control. I would be in charge of scheduling and all that kind of stuff that goes along with it, and closing it out. And I would still obviously be working very closely with the homeowners when it comes to choosing tile, hardwood floor, the texture on the drywall, paint, all those things. They would still be making those decisions, but it would be making them with me, and then I in turn would take it to the subcontractors and make sure it gets done.
Sure, they wouldn't be spending the same kind of time as they would need to in the owner-builder program.
Correct.
All right, so the owner-builder program, it requires you put in, 20, 30, or whatever number of hours per week, right?
Absolutely. Very rarely would it ever get to a 30-hour week, but yeah, could be 20, and then there's going to be weeks where it might be 5.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on what the site demands.
So with the owner-builder situation, then you're the project coordinator. What are the things that you do on a typical week to help that client out?
Well, I'll go through. It may be giving them information on subs. They might say, well, so we're in framing right now. Although I give them a written sequence or a subcontractor
schedule?
Well, it's a sheet, bid request sheet. Mm-hmm. So I will go in there and put in for subcontractors that would be good for this particular project, whether it be location and things like that. So they do have that, but oftentimes when we're out on site and they don't have that in front of them, they'll ask, who are the electricians? So of course I've got them all programmed in my phone, so I can go through and just share contacts with them. So to keep the ball rolling, keep ahead of it. And yeah, I'm here. I am on site whenever they need it. Typically once a week, normally is enough. Yeah. But sometimes, every now and then, it's, we need to come out a little more often than that.
Yeah.
And it may be talking to them on the phone, giving them direction. All
right. So summarize for me. Why would somebody want to go owner-builder versus turnkey?
The biggest reason, save money. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, quality, or really to get what they want. They're here on a regular basis. They see the structure as going up. They can see changes that they might want to make. It's not always easy for someone who hasn't been in the industry for long to not get a full visual based on the plans.
Sure. Until
it's already built. So this way they're here often enough where they see how it's going and they might want to change things a little bit. And obviously when it comes to changes, earlier the better. Mm-hmm. So, and they just have satisfaction. A lot of people just have gone through years of wanting to build their own home.
So that's the owner-builder program. You get to do exactly what you want to do because it's yours.
Right.
Yeah. With the turnkey, you take care of it. Less time investment, costs you a little bit more, but you don't have to worry about anything.
That's correct.
Why it's called turnkey.
That's right.
Excellent.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
Don't hire a contractor. Be the contractor. Call Home Rights.